Hi everybody, welcome to the Knitting TurnPike. Welcome to the Knitting TurnPike. My name is Gina Pike. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. Today is the day that Stephen West announced his mystery shawl knit along for 2022. It's called Twists and Turns. And yes, I am on a break, but I had to mention this to you guys because even though I'm on a break, this is something that you should be thinking about if you want to participate in. This is, if you are not familiar with what a mystery shawl knit along is, what happens is we do not know what it looks like. All we know is what type of yarns we need to get, what type of color arrangements we need to do, and then we know the dates. The dates for this shawl, mystery shawl knit along, is going to start October the 6th, and it is going to, we're going to get four clues, which basically means he's going to break the pattern up into 4 pieces, and each week we'll get a new section of the pattern so that we can knit it up. Again, we do not know what it looks like. All of us are knitting this at the same time, so that's what makes it fun. There is a group that he's created in Ravelry. I will link the group down below so that there are people already starting to chat about what color of yarn are they going to use to start this project. This pattern was just released 4 hours ago. It already has over 600 people created a project page saying that they're going to knit this. That's in 4 hours. So if you can imagine, we've still got a whole month of about a whole month now of this to pick out the yarn that we're going to be using, buy the yarn. On his website, he's selling kits. I've already seen a whole bunch of them sell out. But the thing I like to do for the kits is I like to look at the kits that he's put together and think about colors of yarn that I have in my stash. If there's one that I really like, then I try to think, do I have something similar in my stash that I could put together and use as my yarn for this project? So I have knitted this project for the last 2 years. 2 years ago, Slipstravaganza. That was my first ever West Knits. Then after that, that was such a fun project. I love that shawl. It is actually my most viewed video on my channel. Slipstravaganza, that shawl, finished shawl project. Let's see. Then I did Hybrid Knit Along in the fall and showed a bunch of that here on my channel. That was right when I was just starting to do YouTube. I did Winter Lights and Woven Chevrons. I did both of the shawls he had for the first ever Hybrid Knit Along. Then last year I did Shawlography, which that's this one right here behind me. I don't have Slipstravaganza because I gave that one to a friend of mine. But that Shawlography, I do want to knit another Slipstravaganza. And then I also knitted Hybrid Knit Along, which is the cable trellis shawl, and I gave that to another friend of mine. So I have knitted a few of his shawls in the last couple years, and I was thinking this year I don't think I'm going to knit the West Knits Mystery Knit Along. I was like 90% sure that I was not, especially since I'm taking a break in September, even though I haven't really taken a break, but I was going to take a break in September, and I wasn't sure that coming right back into it, I was going to jump right back into West Knits. And there's also another Mystery Knit Along from Bev Johnson and Boo Knits starting at the same time. So there's going to be 2 going on at the same time that I really love to do. But as it always happens, I kind of get wrapped up in the hype of it, and I kind of start seeing the kits being put together. I see the yarns, I hear the chatter, and I get sucked into it. So I have been looking through my stash for the last day and thinking about what colors could I put together. I have well, I'll go through that in just a second. What do you need to get to make this shawl? Okay, this year we need 5 skeins of yarn. You need 2 skeins of a main color. This is all fingering weight yarn, so about 400 yards for 100 grams. That's about the fingering weight math. You need at least 400 yards of a main color and 2 skeins of that. Then you need 2 skeins of a contrast color, and then you need 1 skein that's going to be like a pop of color. So those are your 5 skeins of yarn. I have been looking through my stash trying to figure out what could I put together. I have looked at maybe a pink version. I have a blue-green version. I have a purple version. I have a wild card, what I'm calling a wild card, which is kind of silver and red with maybe a little bit of orangey rust color. So I kind of have a few skeins of things put together, of things that maybe I might use to make the shawl, or maybe I'll make two. You never know. I'm kind of crazy. I might make two of these at the same time if I can't make my mind up. But one of the things you can do, again, go look at his website, look at the kits that he sold, there may still be some available to buy. They're ranging in price based on the yarn. He's got a lot of different yarn options. You know, some of the more expensive yarns, the kits run up to a couple $100, whereas I saw some like in the $160 range for 5 skeins of yarn. He throws in some extras like a project bag and a knitting gauge thing. So anyway, go check it out. Look at the colors he's putting together. There's also a video he put out today about how to pick your colors. I will link that below. It's worth listening to, and listening to the inspiration he put behind this, making this shawl. This is called Twists and Turns. I don't think I said that yet. This shawl for 2022 is called Twists and Turns. So that should be fun and sounds interesting. And I wanted to do this video again. Like I said, I know I'm on a break, but I wanted to kind of have something special for you guys since I'm considering knitting this. Again, I may change my mind. I may not knit it, but I think I'm going to. We'll just have to see. But what I want to do for you guys, for my people that are my subscribers here on the Knitting Turnpike, and it would be nice if you are a subscriber. I don't fully check that out, but I kind of trust you guys for that. But it would be nice if you are subscribed to my channel. I want to have a small giveaway. I want to give away 4 copies of this pattern in Ravelry. Now, to win this pattern, you have to be a member of Ravelry, because that's how it's dispersed. All the clues are dispersed there. And so if you do not have a Ravelry account, I'll link Ravelry below. It is free to have a Ravelry account. And that way, if you are a pattern prize winner, I can just gift you the pattern there. It makes it a lot easier. You'll get an update each week. You'll get a message that says you have an update. You go to your pattern, get the update, and download it, and it's just seamless. That's how we all get our pattern updates, is we use it through Ravelry. So that's one of the things that you have to have if you want to participate in the pattern giveaway. And if you are interested in doing that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to make a comment down below this video. Include the word twists, since it's twists and turns, TWISTS. Include the S on the end, twists. Include that in a comment under this video, and I'm going to pick a winner for the 4 patterns. Let's see, we'll do it on 9/24, which is a Saturday. That gives you a couple weeks, and that still gives you a couple weeks after that to realize that you are going to get the pattern, you are going to knit it, and put something together so you can start on October the 6th. So that's one thing I'm going to be giving away today. And in the process of looking through my yarn stash and looking at the yarns I have in my stash, I decided I would just put together a kit to give away here. I hope you like this. If you don't, then don't participate in this part of the giveaway. But it would be nice if you are going to participate in this yarn giveaway, if you are knitting the shawl, since I put together this kit for this particular pattern. I understand if you don't, but it would be nice if you did, because I would love to see the pictures of it. But here's what I put together out of my stash as part of a giveaway. Now, this is, I'm going to call this the main color. This is 2 skeins, and you don't want, he did say you do not want your yarns to be highly variegated. This is what I consider not highly variegated. You do see some variegation, a little bit, a small amount. It's not a lot. This is 2 skeins of Madeline Tosh Merino Light, and this is a superwash merino wool yarn. So if you're allergic to wool, please do not enter to win this. I do not have anything as a backup to give you for this. I have a lot of wool-based yarns in my stash because they block so well for shawls. And I'm sorry if you are allergic. That's just what I end up gravitating towards to use for my shawls. This is 100% merino wool. It's fingering weight, 420 yards, 384 meters, Tosh Merino Light. This color is called Antique Moonstone. And these are 2 skeins, and that's gonna be the main color. You can see some blue. This is a blue gray with a little bit of a rust in there. All right, then the contrast color I'm going to give you are 2 skeins of Madeline Tosh Merino Light. So it's the same yarn base. And I think you could probably mix up the yarn bases too. He's really always saying, do a mohair dare, add some mohair with your yarn, or use a mohair. You know, he's a very flexible on his yarn bases to, you know, try a sport weight with a fingering weight, or a mohair with which is a lace weight with a fingering weight. He's all about having fun and living little and doing some fun stuff that you'd have never done before or thought about doing before. This yarn for the contrast color is 2 skeins of Calligraphy. That's the colorway you can see there. I think it goes really nice with this. And you want, on your main color and your contrast color, you want to have some contrast, he said. So here are the colors I picked out. And then for the Papa color, I found this skein of yarn from Hedgehog Fibers. This is Skinny Singles, and this colorway, this is 100% merino wool. Again, these are all singles as well. These yarns are all single plied. There's not a lot of plies. It's just single plied, which it does great for shawls. Again, this is Skinny Singles in the colorway Rusty, and this is 400 yards, I believe. And that's the color. And I thought that was really great because you can see there's a little bit of that rust color throughout this main color. I thought it would really accent that very nicely. So here's what they all look like together. And that is the kit I put together from my personal stash to give to one person. I only have one of these to give away, one lucky person. I will pick a winner from the comments using YouTube Random Comment Picker. If you're interested in winning these 5 skeins of yarn to use for the Twists and Turns Stephen West 2022 Shawl Mystery Knit Along, you must include the word turns. Twists is for the pattern. Turns is if you want to participate to win the yarn. Put that in one comment. If you are interested in winning a pattern and the yarn, make sure you put twists and turns. You don't have to put and. Twists, turns in your comment down below. One comment, please, only. And again, I'll be picking a winner 2 weeks. In a couple of weeks, it might be a little bit more than a couple of weeks, depending on when this video posts, on 9/24 on a Saturday, using YouTube Random Comment Picker. Again, how to pick colors for your shawl. Take a look at what he's putting together, and draw inspiration from what he has used for his kits that he's selling, because that tells a lot. Use art. Look at pictures that you love in art, and pick the colors out of the pictures that you love. Look at Monet or any other artist that you really, really admire, and pick colors from some of the pictures that you love of that artist. The other thing you could do, look at your color wheel. Look at your stash, look at your color wheel, and see what you have a lot of and see what you can put together. If you have a lot of purples, what could go with a lot of purples? You can go close, which is like, I believe, red violets, I can't remember the other color, blues go well. And then if you want to go more contrasty, I think it's yellows, greens go really well with purples. So just come look at a color wheel if you want, and draw inspiration from that. Or just go crazy and use colors that you love. And don't worry about if you really think they go together. If they're colors that you love, just use them. Live a little bit. This Stephen West shawls are probably the best place to do that, because he's all about, just look at the kits he's selling. They're all over the board, all different kinds of colors. So just use something you love and make this a really great experience. Again, I apologize. I know I said I'm on a break, but I could not pass this up after I realized I talked myself back into it because, again, I wasn't going to do this this year. But after looking at this work a day and a half, I was like, well, I have done it the last couple of years. I just don't think I can pass it up. So I hope you're all doing well. I do have, okay, I have this video. I have one more video to come out, although I'm on a break, next week. And then I promise there'll be a couple of weeks where I'm just trying to get some comments caught up. I know I'm really behind on comments. I will try to get caught up on that during this time. And I've got a lot of other personal things I need to do, appointments and stuff, and things I need to organize and stuff. So anyway, I promise I will try to get caught up on that. But that's probably all you'll see from me until I do this giveaway on the 24th. Okay? I promise. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Please take care of yourselves. I will see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.